did you do something with Juwon? Yeah, yeah. And Chancel would have did more if they weren't with his little brother. So, Love Remedy, chapter 25. That was a quick little hiatus that we just got back out of because they were on a hiatus and I sobbed. So they were in the Ferris wheel. They just got done making out. The phone ringed and it shook them out of a stupor. And then Tenso's little brother, Cha Young, woke up and basically Juwon was like, your lips taste sweet, but is it because you're an Omega or is it because it's you, Chancel? But he was saying this in his head. So they get out. His aunt calls. They go take him back. Well, actually, Chancel did not want Juwon to take them to the terminal because he was like, is it obvious that I'm avoiding him? Somebody in a mask comes up and goes, gotcha, and it's Taeha. He's like, I've been looking for you everywhere. What do you think you're doing? Running around being a pregnant baby mama like this? This could be a scandal. You're an idol. Who's the daddy? Was it the guy you were having friends with benefits before? And Chancel is like, are you stupid? This is my little brother. And Taeha's like, oh. And then he's like, you got something on your face there, and smudges his lips, and then you see his cheeks turn pink. He's like, did you wait? Because he knows he was with Chancel, and he goes, did you and Chancel do something? And that's the end, because now people are finding out. And low-key, I feel like Taeha is gonna have like a one-on-one with Chancel and be like, what are you doing? What are your intentions? And Juwon, being the leader he is, he's probably like, I'm very much in my intentions to get with Chancel. That's what I think is gonna happen. But the fact that Taeha thought that Chancel was being like a deadbeat mama or papa to his child, and thought he was pregnant during training. But yes, that is the chapter. Bloodbound chapter 11. So this chapter is really getting into the beginning of Espers and Guides and their history and their powers and how the organizations came to be. And it also shows that there is a bit of a power struggle between the Espers and the Guides. And it feels like the Espers, some of them look down or resent the Guides because Espers are the ones with all the power and the Guides are the ones who regulate them and put them in control. But it seems like the Guides, in a sense, have a higher hierarchy than the Espers. And some of the Espers seem kind of abusive because there was a scene where I guess an Esper was hitting a guy from the back and with the hair pulling, and it was like, this is all you're good for. What would you need more power for? Then they also explained about the blood pact and how rare that is and the ritual. And so we also tuned into Kate and Kakeem talking about the last event where they had to go rescue Fabian from the other Espers and stuff. And they were talking about how when they went to try and capture the one red hair guy, when the forces tried to put up their guns, they cannot shoot and move, which means some Esper on the opposing side or something like that was holding their guns, which means they have the power of telekinesis, which gives us an intro to another good-looking character named Derek. And he got that melanin and then golden eyes. You know, that's a good combo for me when you see it in a BL manhwa or anything where they got that brown skin and then props to the artist. And we also get to see a full picture of Kay's last Esper, the one who had the poison abilities, I believe. So this one's pretty much a recap. At the end, it basically it doesn't show the faces, but it probably shows one of the main boss antagonists, and they're like, did you plant the trap, basically? So I guess that whole little stint in the last chapter or so, or the chapter before that, is leading up to something else. They want something. I don't know if it has to do with Kay, I don't know if it has to do with Fabian, but they want something, and I think we might see who it is next because he looks like a dilf. There's a mustache there, and all these characters look good. So this chapter feels like a little feel-good fluff moment because I feel like they're about to give us some bullshit. Bloodbound chapter 13. Kay follows Fabian to his college courses because he needs to be protected, and Kakeem can't go because he always does public figure business things for him, and he's so recognized that he has his own fan club. So basically this chapter is short. We just see Fabian and Kay go to school throughout the whole day. They get home. And Fabian also wants sweets, so they pick that up, and they start talking about a little bit of the past and how Kay's sense of taste has dulled, but somehow he believes that Fabian has the best blood that he's ever tasted, and he said it might have to do with their compatibility, and it tastes something like lemons. And then at the end we get a little character profile thing. It was nice, short and chill. It had little comedic moments, it's little filler episode, but I feel there's about to be some bullshit, so that's all I got. It's the way Dan and Jake Young are turning into two drunk bitches, both for different reasons, but I digress. Jinx, chapter 57. We open up with a flashback of these people bullying Dan and elementary school, grade school, like he could never catch a break. They started calling him a bum, and I was like, did they manifest him being poor? Obviously both his parents not around. I think they passed away, so Granny came and raised him. So he was having a flashback and slash a nightmare how Granny said, I'll always be there for you. And then as he gets older and progresses in the dream, he runs away. He wakes up, he still blames himself for Granny being the state she's in. It gets to a point where he's drinking so much that I guess they're seeing it as him being so overworked and overtired. Even Granny was like, we already know what my prognosis is. You can go. Like a lot of y'all who wanted Granny to the puts, she's kind of speaking some sense or wisdom right now. She said, Dan, go. I know you're just staying for me, but you don't have any home ties here. Leave. And he's like, no, I gotta see you until they put you in that casket. So basically it was just that we don't see Jake Young, but you know who we do see? Potato, and he sung My Power Couple. I guess they're filming in that small little island, so that's where it leaves off, because the place that Dan is staying at, I don't know if he sung or Potato knows the old man who Dan is renting from, but they come up and they pet the dog, and then that's when they all run into each other. One of my mutuals were like, I still wish there was a little moment between Dan and he sung. I was like, no, that's Potato's man now.